Hello lads and lasses and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about some surprising transfer news in my opinion. Ivan Toney is apparently someone we are interested in. News broken by Football Transfers said that we are interested in getting the English striker, bringing him back to Tyneside. He did used to play for Newcastle, came up through the academy and then we sold him off. Which I was quite sad about because I genuinely thought he would have been something good. And he has turned out to be something quite good. Besides the sports betting. But apart from that, he's been quite good. He's 27 years old. So he's younger than Callum Wilson. I don't think that'll affect Callum Wilson's new contract negotiations at all. They are still ongoing, of course. But yes, his ban is finished January 17th. So can play midway through the January transfer window, which would be nice. I do think we need a third striker. I think going into the season with only two strikers was an interesting choice. It does mean you're going to have unhappy players in Callum Wilson and probably Alexander Isak, because they might both not be getting the time that they're wanting on the field if Toney was to come in and play like he has done over last season. 8 years ago it was that Isak joined Newcastle from Northampton. 2018 was when Rafa Benitez decided to give him the chuck and he was off to Peterborough. Well, our times have changed. He is setting the world alight at Brighton. He was last season. 20 goals in 33 games, playing all those games as a striker. Obviously, why would he not be? He played 2 games in the Carabao Cup, scored 1 goal, got an assist. He got 4 assists in the league last season as well, 9 yellow cards. He did miss a match pretty early on, 15 matches in. He was suspended for a yellow card. He did play the majority of the season. He missed the last 3 games. He missed the West Ham game. I think it was because that was when he went under investigation. And then he missed the last 2 because he was suspended. Didn't play in the FA Cup game. Wasn't even in the squad. Wow. Crazy. Anyways, a very good striker who would be great for the side, especially going into European Cups, hopefully. I'll have to pull it up on Twitter. Hold on. So, Opta Analysis. Don't know what that is. But they did some analysis. Maybe they optimised it. Who knows? They predicted the chances of everyone reaching the quarterfinals in Newcastle's group in the Champions League. Interestingly, Dortmund are bottom. I can see that happening. The only place I see them getting points is against us, and I think that's the only points they would take. PSG, interestingly, are third with 23.2% chance of getting out, making the quarterfinals. Very interesting. I think it would be quite funny to see them try and steamroll the Europa League. AC Milan are 23.5% most likely. I think that's how you would phrase that. I'm not sure. To reach the quarterfinals, and Newcastle are 28.3%. So we are predicted to be most likely to make it to the Champions League quarterfinals, which very interesting. I don't necessarily think that's going to happen. But, I'm more than happy to be proven wrong. As I say time and time again, please do prove us wrong in these sorts of situations. That would be great. But yeah, I see we're finishing third in the group, personally, which would mean Europa League football, potentially. Which Ivan Toney could potentially partake in, depending on how deep we make a run in that competition. I think it would be very nice. Ivan Toney, I think, would be a good addition. An out-and-out striker. I would say better than Callum Wilson, and he has time on his side. By the time his birthday's in March, so we would get a full season out of him before he turns 28. There we go. I don't know why I had to work that out so much. Well, not a full season. That's a complete lie. I apologise. That was awful from me. Don't know why I did that. Anyway, it's not the point. A good addition to the side, I think it would be. Very expensive though, so don't see it happening. He's rated on transfermarket.com as .co.uk as 35 million euros. I think that is gonna skyrocket personally. I don't see that sitting at 35. I think that would be mental. I think it'd be much more like 45, 50, 60 million pounds that you would end up paying for Ivan Toney, just because of how good he did last season. In the 21-22 season, how did he do? He did a little bit worse. He only scored 12 goals, got 5 assists in 33 games. So, but we all know how much football just takes a player from the season they've just had. I mean, people did it with Almiron from last season. Well, I personally did anyways. I thought he was going to have a fantastic season again this season, just from how he started and sort of finished last season. And he just hasn't kicked on, which is fair enough. But I think we need to make some changes to kind of help that. Getting off the point, this isn't the point. But yes, Ivan Toney, could see a bid come in for him from Newcastle. Could come back up to the northeast. I wouldn't mind it. I don't particularly want to be paying lots of money for him. But yes, let me know what you think down below. And that is all we have today. Fair enough. This news came out last night, where I seen it first on nufcblog.co.uk. I love going there. It's a fun little read. Ollie Hawkins, lots of things he writes about all of the bloody time. He probably needs some sleep. And then they have the NUFC Blogcast, which is the podcast, if you prefer listening. So that you can do that as well. Go check out that website. I'll link it down below. Lovely stuff. What do we have coming up soon? What day is it? It's Tuesday. So we're not far off the Brentford game. Finally, England play tonight. Trips is playing at left back, which makes me want to punch myself in the balls. I'm hoping he comes out uninjured, unscathed. Otherwise, we could be fluffed for Inter, because there is rumours that Toney's got a bit more of a serious injury with Italy. Almiron isn't as injured as he's not as injured as everyone first thought, which is good, but probably means we won't see rotation, which isn't so good. But yes, I'll bring an entire roundup of the international break from Newcastle players after the international break, because there is still a second game to be played from pretty much everyone. But yes, apart from that, I'll see you in the next one. In a bit, pal.